Okay, everyone, let's continue looking at Module 00102, Introduction to Construction Math in the NCCER Core Curriculum. This will be Section 2.00, Fractions. Here's some trade terms you should read over and become familiar with for this session. Finding equivalent fractions. Here we have a ruler with a 1/8 inch mark, then a 2/8 or 1/4 inch equivalent mark, then a 4/8 or 2/4 or ½ inch equivalent mark. Comparing fractions and finding lowest common denominators, which is larger, 3/4 or 5/8? A common denominator is required for comparison. It does not need to be the lowest common denominator though. Common denominators at any level allows for comparison. If we work this out, we come to see that 3/4 is 24/32 and 5/8 is 20/32, making 3/4 larger than 5/8. Improper fractions and mixed numbers. Step 1, divide the numerator or dividend by the denominator, which is the divisor. Step 2, perform the long division. Step 3, the quotient of the problem, which is 2, is the whole number part of the mixed number. Any remainder, 3 in this example, becomes the fractional part's numerator. Retain the original denominator. Adding and subtracting fractions. Adding fractions, step 1, find a common denominator. It does not have to be the lowest, but the final answer will need to be converted to the lowest common denominator before or after it's find. Step 2, convert the fractions to the same denominator. Step 3, add the numerators only. Step 4, reduce to the lowest common denominator and then to a mixed number if necessary. Multiplying and dividing fractions. Multiplying fractions. No need to find a common denominator. Step 1, multiply the numerators and then multiply the denominators. Step 2, reduce the resulting fraction to its lowest term. Multiplying and dividing fractions. Dividing fractions, again, no need to find a common denominator. Step 1, identify the divisor and invert it, then change the operation to multiplication. Step 2, now proceed with the multiplication and reduce the result to its lowest terms. And some review questions for this section. Which of the following fraction pairs are equivalent fractions? 1/4 and 8/32, 1/4 and 32/64, 1/4 and 3/8, 1/4 and 42/128. And that's going to be 1/4 and 8/32. The improper fraction of 45/32 converts to the mixed number 1 and 13/32. True or false? And that would be true. 12/16 plus 7/8 equals 26/8, 1 1/16, 1 1/8, 1 5/8. That's going to be 1 5/8. 1 1/2 minus 5/16 is at 19/16, 12/8, 1 1/16, or 17/16. That would be 19/16. 1/6 times 1/2 equals 1/3, 1/24, 1/12, or 1/4. That would be 1/12. Alright, that was it for that section. Next will be 3.00, the decimal system, and I'll see you over there.